Greetings, good people. Today's EdTech adventure, Google Sites. We're going to be building a website with Google Site Builder. Very easy, mostly drag and drop. You don't really have to know any code or anything. But typically, websites are built with code. Fortunately, Google doesn't make us do that. All we have to do is know where to click and where to drag. All right? If you're in my 4th grade class, you've already completed the concept organizer, that Google form that asks you all those questions like, what are your target audience? Why are you creating the website? What's your website about? What's the purpose of your website? And it gave that summary at the end. Your target audience are going to be the people that you want to see your website. Who's your website going to be important to? And then there's the what, right? What's your website going to be about? What kind of website is it? Is it a commerce website? Is it a business website? Is it a website just for fun? All right. The next thing you want to know is where, right? What region, what country, what part of the world? Is it here in the United States or is it worldwide? You got to figure that out. And the other thing is why. Why do people want to see your website? Why is it important? Why is it important to you? And then you had to create that summary, all right? So knowing all of that stuff, and I think I asked you a website title too. Hopefully you remember that. So now we're going to get into building the website. The first thing we're going to do is just build the framework, right? The framework, it's kind of like a house, right? When a house is built, they don't put all the carpet and things in there first. They have to build the frame. When they build the frame, then they can put all of the pretty stuff around it. So we're just going to build a framework. There's another video in the assignment that shows you all of the ins and outs of actually using the interface for Google Sites. We're not going to cover all of that in this video. All we want to know is how to complete our assignment. I encourage you to watch that video because that's going to give you everything you need to know about Google Sites, okay? As a matter of fact, not only do I encourage it, I require it. All right, here we go. So the first thing we're going to do is access our Google Waffle. We're going to click our Google Waffle, and I'm going to go down to where my sites is. Now, with your app launcher or your Google Waffle, you can change wherever your icons are. I just use sites the least, so that's why it's way down. But for you, if you want to drag it up, you can drag any of these icons anywhere you want them to be, depending on how you use them. So customize it to make sure that it fits you. All right. Once we click Sites, we're going to get to the old interface, but we want to go to the new Google Sites. So we're going to click here to go to the new Google Sites. Once we get to the new Google Sites, it's going to show you every site that you've ever created or that has been shared with you. If you're a teacher like me, you've got a lot of students sharing sites with you, so you got to kind of weed through those. All right. If you need to weed through those, you would change this to only owned by me. But if you're just new to Google Sites, then all you have to do is create your first website. Let me show you how to do that. You're going to go and click this nifty plus sign over here, nice and colorful. Click that plus sign, and it's going to create your site for you. All right. Now, the very first thing we're going to do is we're going to give our site a title. For me, I'm going to say this is Mr. Menkiti's EdTech Adventures. Now, this title is not the title that your viewers will see. This is only the title of the file, so you can identify it when you go to Google Sites. In order for your audience to see your title, you're going to have to type it here. Now, that's a long title. If you notice that the header, which is this gray box right here, that header got bigger as my text got longer. So if you want to reduce the size of that, you can also reduce the size of what you're writing. So I'm just going to change it to Adventures in EdTech. Okay. Now, the next thing I want you to do is I want you to change this background image. You can change this background image to whatever you like. Okay. So in order to do that, you're going to click Change Image. When you click change image, you have a couple of different options. You can either use Google's library of images by clicking select image. Google has tons of images in its gallery. Also, you can choose an image by URL, or you can click search and you can choose a lot of royalty-free images. Okay? I'll show you how to pull images off of the web in just a minute. All right? Or if you have a picture already in your Google Drive, you can go here and search for that picture in Google Drive. Okay? So for now, what I'm going to do is I'm going to use one of these images here. This looks pretty techy. Adventures in EdTech. All right. Now, the next thing I want you to do is create pages. In order to create pages, you're going to go here to pages. Most of the websites we use have different pages. Let's look at google.com. If we look at google.com, it has different pages: about, store, Gmail, images. It has links at the top. That's called our navigation page. Let's look at another website. Maybe we'll go to disney.com. When we go to disney.com, we see different buttons at the top. We have the Disney logo, but then also we have Disney Originals with Disney Plus. We have the shop. We have parks and travel, movies, and more. Okay? You have to figure out how you are going to segment your website and organize it. Okay? I only require you to have 4 pages, but if you want more than 4 pages, you're more than welcome to create more than 4. But right now, for your framework, all you need is 4. Okay? So let's go back to Google Sites. Going back to Google Sites, in order to create a new page, we're going to click this plus sign down here. When we mouse over it, when we hover the cursor over it, we see that we can either create a new page or a new link. We're going to create a new page. All we have to do is to enter a name. So I'm going to have the About page, which is going to tell about what Adventures in EdTech is all about. When I click Done, it creates the page. Also, if you notice, it also creates the menu for you, so you don't have to go back and do that. I'm going to create a new page. I'm going to say this new page is blog/news. Okay? This will be my updates page. Okay? And then the last page is going to be videos and tutorials. And then I'm going to click Done. All right? My framework is almost done. My framework is almost done. But here's the only other thing I want you to do. I want you to put one small piece of content on each page. Okay? Whether that be a text box, a picture, or a video on each page. So, let's go back to the home page. For the home page, I'm just going to add a text box. In order to add the text box, I'm going to click Insert and then Text Box. It automatically puts a text box there. I'm just going to add something very simple. Welcome to Mr. Menkiti's Adventures in EdTech. And that's all I need for my first page. Now, I'm going to go to my About page. I'm going to use the menu navigation pane to navigate to the About page. The About page, I'm going to insert another text box. This page will tell you about My adventures in ed tech. All right, another small piece of content, easy enough. Now I'm going to go to my blog and news. For my blog and news, I am going to click insert, and then I am going to scroll down to YouTube. And I am going to type in schools closing, distance learning. All right, and I'm going to choose a video, and then I'm going to click select. That video is going to pop up here in this box. Now, I won't be able to watch the video while I'm here on this page, but I know that it's there, okay? And then my videos and tutorials page, my last page, I'm going to click insert. I'm going to go back to YouTube, and I'm going to find one of my own videos that I created as a tutorial. Here we go. Getting started with Google Classroom. All right, now, so I've got 4 pieces of content on all 4 pages. I've got my 4 pages. I've got a title to my site here. I've also put my title on my home page, and I've created my title here. That's all I need to do for this assignment. If you'd like to continue, please watch that video. If you'd like to continue, please watch that video, get some more information, get some more knowledge, and create away. My goal for you is that you understand how to build websites, and then maybe one day soon, you can start your own company building websites. And it doesn't have to be when you're older. You can start building websites as soon as the summer. Okay? So learn as much as you can. All right? And if you have any questions, make sure you contact me on Google Classroom. Till next time, guys.
Futuristic soul.